One Fit Bruja here, and today I'm going to be doing a small metaphysical haul for you guys. So I live relatively close to Tacoma, and I decided to stop at a store called Crescent Moon. And it's not the only metaphysical store up there, but it's one of the biggest ones that I know of that's close to me. I know there's a couple more stores up there that are relatively like the one I went to. I just haven't been to those two yet. And if any of you are watching this please leave them in the comments below so I can hit them up and I can look around and find cool things to haul for you guys. But anyways, I'm gonna get into some of the stuff that I actually got, and I'm gonna start off with the incense. I feel like that'd be a little bit quicker than some of the other things because I might ramble about them just to push out some knowledge just in case some beginners are watching these videos. Alright, I'm gonna start with incense. So my main purpose for going up there was to get a new stock of incense because I did run out, but instead I ended up getting like 20 million incense instead of like 2. But you know, it's the same thing that happens when you go on a Target. So I got a couple of the cinnamon. These are little baby burner ones that would go with this guy that I got burning right now. Miniature incense burner. It's like $1. So if you want a tiny one, they have tiny ones there, and they have big ones. They got big schmancy ones. We'll get to one of the big schmancy ones later because I actually got them. Hence, I bought too many things. So there's that, and I got dragon's blood for spell work. I like using dragon's blood because it's supposed to heighten your psychic awareness. So using that one when you're trying to commune with spirits or the divine, or any sort of really deep ritualistic kind of spell work, that is one of the best ones to go to. Dragon's blood can be used for just about anything, and I love the scent of it, so. Alright, and I found this one this time around. I don't know if this one's actually new or not, but it's called Magic Garden. It's like, has a floral and earthy kind of herbal scent to it. It smells awesome. And my husband actually picked this one out. He went and grabbed all the basic bitch ones. He got the cake, melon, peach scented. Here's some of the peach. I actually have some of the peach burning now, but it actually smells really good, so he did a good job picking out incense. And I got some prairie sage incense. And here's the melon for the bigger incense burners. Alright, let's move on. So I picked up about 4 crystals. There's one in particular that I went there thinking I was going to get. I did get, but which is actually this tiger's eye. It's one of the crystals I've been wanting to get for a long time. And tiger's eye is good for optimism, personal power, willpower. Same difference. Courage and overcoming addiction, which is, I need some of that in my life because I'm highly addicted to food. Just if you haven't noticed. Right, moving on to the next crystal, I picked up a blue, can you guys see this? All right, a blue chalcedony. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. If not, you can yell at me in the comments for saying things wrong. And then I'll try and say it right next time if I remember. So this one is for promoting calmness, balance, make you feel centered, and helps repair your energy fields. So that's pretty dang cool because I know my energy fields get messed up, especially when I'm around too many people. And it alleviates regret and promotes honesty. So if you're a little liar, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but yeah, so that's a really cool stone. We actually ended up getting 2 of these. On accident, my husband was the one who actually found this and was attracted to it. And I always say that if you're automatically drawn to a crystal or a certain stone, then that means it was meant for you. So he got one of those, and I actually ended up getting one of those too, so fancy that. Alright, moving on to the next crystal. I picked up a nice raw hunk of amethyst. Maybe I'll switch hands and maybe the light can get that better. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. I love picking up raw stones because the energies feel so much more stronger than when they're smoothed down and cut. I mean, this one is probably cut, but it's not completely, you know, like smoothed down like this. Like, that's kind of unrealistic unless you found a stone at the beach and the water's been, you know, smoothing it down naturally. So cool. So amethyst is linked to your crown chakra, and it alleviates stress and heals emotional issues and promotes a higher state of consciousness, allowing stronger connection with your spiritual awareness. So now that you know it's linked to your crown, so obviously that when you try and explain a certain subject, it's going to come out more fluently and more clearly. So this is really good to keep on your being, or at least close to you. Alright guys, the last stone I picked up is labradorite. And I've actually been wanting this stone for such a long time, let me tell you. It's like half raw and half not, because look at this side, it's completely smooth. I love this stone. I think this is like one of my favorites out of all the crystals I have, is this one. So labradorite is actually linked to your third eye chakra, and it's an excellent stone to promote psychic awareness and to help commune with the divine and spirits. So this is definitely great if you're trying to work with spiritual energies like ancestors, deities, anything like that. And if you can meditate with this, like I like to lay down and place them on all of my chakras and just lay there and let them heal my chakras, open them up. And yeah, this stone, I love this. This helps you become so much more aware. So if you're looking to strengthen your intuition, labradorite is the stone to do so. So pick this up. This is gonna be one of the best stones you can work with, especially for communicating with spirits and tapping into your higher self, your higher being. Alright, moving on. So I haven't really talked about like any deities or anything that I work with, but I do work with Ganesh here and there. So when I saw this beautiful elephant, isn't that so gorgeous? Look at his little bells. And of course, if you watched some of my other videos, you know I'm obsessed with gold, and I make that pretty clear. So got it. Even has this cute little red like ruby gem on its head. So when I saw that, I immediately thought of Ganesh. And it has, oh my gosh, the detail on it's actually amazing. So I thought of Ganesh immediately, and I was like, I knew that Ganesh would love that. So I got that. Also, I'm sorry about the noise. I got my sliding glass door open to try and get in as much natural light as possible, but there's a lot of motorcycles and sports cars that like to speed down this strip for some reason, even though there's a lot of kids that like to play out in the road, and it's really fucking douchey if you ask me, but what can you do? And plus there's construction going on right across from us. They're building more apartments, literally back to back from ours, so we're gonna step out into our balcony and basically be face to face with someone else. How awesome is that? Anyways, before I ramble too much about that crap, I also picked up some candles from there as well. Now these three are actually scented and they're handmade. This store also sells a lot of handmade things from other witches who need a space to rent out and sell them. So they have stuff like that there. This one I already kind of burned. This one is prairie sage, this green and white looking one. And this one is dragon's blood. Now I don't know if I mentioned this when I was showing you the incense, but you can also cleanse your space and items with dragon's blood as well. So literally it's one of the most useful incense that you can have. And then I have this orange one, which is, can you guess? I pulled a basic bitch card and got a pumpkin spice candle. Oh, snap. Yeah, not that unique. Alright, and besides the scented candles, I did pick up some regular taper candles for candle magic, because I like to do candle magic. It's one of my favorite things to do, actually. So I got a yellow one because I wanted to do either a success spell or a certain weight loss spell to show you guys. The weight loss one is kind of tricky, so I wasn't sure if I should post that or not until, I don't know, until maybe later when I have more people following me that kind of know, that are more familiar with that type of work, because I don't want newer witches to be doing this kind of magic, because this can be a little tricky. A lot of the times people can get sick or you lose weight in a way you didn't want to lose it. So yeah, so I might do a success spell instead with this, because I want this to be more or less a channel that is explaining how to do these certain spells and stuff for people who are just starting out, rather than this super intense, let's just get into this magic, so you better know what you're doing right off the bat. Yeah, I got a couple black ones as well, because I am the type of witch who dabbles in hexes and curse work. I'm not afraid to do that kind of stuff. I don't do it often, but I feel like there should be a good balance between good and evil. You know what I mean? I can't just do all good, and I'm not just gonna do all bad. I'm not that kind of person. So, and I got some orange from Mabon and Samhain coming up. So excited for Samhain. I just wish we could skip straight to Samhain. And I got a green candle. There's only 2 others left, and I was like, damn, is everyone broke as fuck or what? Everyone's doing money magic. So yeah, I only got one. The other one I picked up and I shook it, and it felt like it wasn't melted all the way through and solid. Something was shaking around in there, and I was like, what the hell is that? I was like, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to burn down my money candle and have it fizzle out, you know, before it's actually burned all the way through. I'm like, damn, that'd be one messed up spell. So I only got one because the other 2 were bunk, and I was hoping to get at least 5. You know, everyone's a little broke and they need a little money. I don't know, guys. If you want me to do the weight loss spell with this candle, I can totally do that. Or I can do the success spell. I mean, just leave your comments below, and if I get more comments for the weight loss spell, I will do that. But I'm going to advise you otherwise to try and wait until you get a better understanding of that sort of magic, because I don't want anything strange, to say the least, to happen to you. So yeah, we can have like a little vote off if you want success spell or weight loss spell. So comment below. Goodness, it's so noisy. All right. Also, I picked up some Palo Santo. And this is Latin American cleansing. So I don't know if some of you have heard of this or not, but it is actually becoming a little more mainstream. This is also used just like how you use sage to cleanse and clear out all that negative energy. So if you want to give this a shot, then feel free to. I like using a little bit of both, but I feel like if it's like a ancestral kind of ritual, I am half Mexican, so I would like to use something that's more closely related to my roots. I mean, that's just my personal preference, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. If you saw me looking down earlier, I have a bunch of notes written down for the crystals and stuff, because sometimes when I start videos I get a little scatterbrained, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I was looking down. I was trying to read what I wrote there. Also, I noticed that there's a lot of new witches around, and when I was in the Metaphysical shop, it was popping. Like, it was so much more busier than what has been the last couple times I've gone there. And it was pretty amazing, actually. The staff there is super nice, so don't be afraid to go up to Crescent Moon and, you know, peruse around. And don't forget to ask them how they're doing, because as somebody who used to work in customer service, it's always nice to have someone actually be like, I'm good, how are you doing? And actually, you know, give a shit when they say it. It's very rare you could actually make someone's day. So another lady there came up to me, and she was asking me if I was looking, because I was over there looking around for, you know, at the Palo Santo. They was actually pretty cheap. It was, I think it was 99 cents per stick. So, and she's like, so you looking to clear anything out of your home, or, and it was the first thing she said to me, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, no, listen here, I'm adamant about casting my circle, cleansing my items when I bring it home, cleansing myself. I make sure I am well protected, because I'm just one of those people. I think the first thing you should do is, you know, learn how to cast your circle. Make sure you're cleansing your items, because just like all these things I just hauled and showed you, they carry energies that have been left there that are stagnant and haven't moved for a while. And you don't know who made it. You don't know what kind of mindset they were in when they were making it. Just because it's beautiful doesn't mean that the intent when these objects were made were at the most highest positive vibrations that they could have been vibrating at. So it's always good to cleanse all these things when you get them home before you use them. And that's exactly what I did. And I was like, dang, I was like, what's going on? I mean, she was like, oh, thank God, and put her hand on my shoulder. And it was like, a lot of people have been coming in here saying that they have something in their home. Like they've done a certain something, and now they have a presence in their home that's not wanted. And I was like, great, here we go again. Because I've been seeing a lot of posts, especially on the PAGAN, in which is AMINO. I love that AMINO, but I feel like a lot of people are still rushing into things and they're not doing their research, and it sucks. I mean, the first thing that I did when I was doing my research was learn how to protect myself. It's always the top recommended thing is learn how to protect yourself. Know how to cleanse your items, and learn how to do a protection spell. That should be one of your first spells, is a protection spell. So if you want to run into spell work real quick, then that would be the #1 spell I would recommend, is doing something for protection, or making a protection jar or some sort of bottle that's for that. But before I start rambling too much, and that's not the point of this haul, I notice I've been bopping around a lot in this video. I have a setup over here that's at my altar space, actually, and I don't have a stool or anything to sit on over here, so I'm sitting on an exercise ball. So if you see me like bouncing around like this, it's because I'm sitting on an exercise ball, because I'm a broke ass witch and I don't have a stool for my altar area yet. So sorry, I wasn't trying to, but I noticed more often than not I was. So anyways, enough of that. So I saved the best item for last, or at least I think so. I'm completely obsessed with it, and you guys probably will be too once you see it. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Look at this. Isn't this the best incense burner you've ever seen in your life? There's even little rhinestones on his back. And I think this may be Shiva, but I'm not sure the details though. I was trying to decipher that, but as soon as I saw this, my heart came back alive again. And I was like, holy crap, that thing's still there. But anyways, yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? And again, I thought of Ganesh, elephant Ganesh. I think I just like elephants a lot more than what I lead on, but it has a good weight to it. So there's so many details, even on the strip, you can see all those details. Even on the elephant itself. Like, someone took some time making this. It's cold. It's fucking cold. It's cold. Yeah, so this has been getting a shit ton of usage because I'm actually kind of late making this video. Life was hitting, and you know, sometimes you don't get things done as quick as you would like to, but hope you guys like it. And if you do, please like and subscribe. And I will be posting more content, hopefully like what it says on my page, at least once a week. Alright guys, until next time, I will see all you lovely little brujitas later.